1974 Redskins had 18-year veteran Sonny Jurgenson, who was age 40, and 35-year-old Billy Kilmer as their primary quarterbacks. Both enjoyed adult beverages and had Dunlap issues. Their bellies Dunlapped over their belts, but they could still play with the best of them. As Jurgenson was fond of saying, "I don't throw with my stomach." Indeed, in his last NFL season, he led the league in passer rating, even though he only started 4 games. Kilmer actually threw more passes, 234 to 167, while Jurgenson had 11 touchdown passes to Kilmer's 10. Week 1's game was played in the Yale Bowl, and it marked 8 straight opening day wins for Redskins head coach George Allen. The Redskins offense needed a spark, so George Allen put Jurgenson into the game in the fourth quarter, down 28-3. Sonny salvaged part of the game by throwing 2 touchdowns. George Allen decided to start Jurgenson in Week 5 against the defending Super Bowl champion Dolphins. He came up big in crunch time by throwing this touchdown pass with only 16 seconds remaining and no timeouts to win the game 20-17. Jurgenson started in Week 6, and with the score 21-3 Redskins at the end of the third quarter, George Allen gave the remainder of the playing time to Kilmer and Joe Theismann. That's the way it used to be back then. You tried to keep the rest of the quarterbacks sharp because you never knew when injuries would occur. Joe Theismann is the third quality quarterback on the 1974 Redskins roster. He was 25 years old in his first season in the NFL after playing 3 years in the Canadian Football League. He wanted to play so much that George Allen put him on the punt return squad. He became the full-time quarterback in 1978 after finally wrestling the job away from Old Whiskey, Billy Kilmer, when Joe was age 29 and Billy was age 39. Cardinals beat the Redskins in Week 7 and started the 1974 season with 7 straight wins. This was the first time that a George Allen coach team had lost 2 times to the same opponent in 1 year. With Jurgenson ailing, Kilmer led Washington to a 17-6 win against the Packers in quarterback John Hadel's debut. Joe Turkey Jones stuffed Dwayne Thomas on this play, and Washington's running game could only muster 46 yards on 23 carries. Jurgenson did not start again due to a badly bruised thigh, but he came off the bench to spark a 75-yard drive with 2 minutes 13 seconds remaining that resulted in the game-winning touchdown. Final score, 27-20. Kilmer started in Week 10's tilt against Dallas, but Joel Theismann scored the first rushing touchdown in his NFL career to give Washington an early 7-0 lead. Notice his double-bar face mask. I don't think he wore that in too many games during his 16-year NFL career. Cowboys cast-off Dwayne Thomas started in this game, one of only 3 during his 2-year hitch in Washington. He had 79 total yards and 2 touchdowns, but the Cowboys pulled out a win with only 28 seconds remaining, 24-23. George Allen was quoted as saying that this was his toughest loss he ever had. Billy Kilmer was the team's clear-cut starter now, but George Allen sat him because his team had wrapped up the wild-card entrance to the playoffs 1 week earlier with a 23-17 win against the Rams in L.A. Jurgenson played 2+ quarters, then Theismann relieved him. All three quarterbacks got into the action against the Rams in Tinseltown. Kilmer completed 7 of 18 passes for 99 yards. Jurgenson replaced Kilmer early in the fourth quarter, down 13-10, but Isaiah Robertson picked him off and ran 59 yards for a touchdown. Jurgenson went 6 of 12 passing for 78 yards and 3 interceptions in the last game of his Hall of Fame career. It's difficult for one team to have the services of one outstanding quarterback. Having 2 is a luxury, and having 3 is as rare as it gets. The 2 teams depicted are not ranked in any order, so let me know in the comments which team's quarterbacks you think are better. 1971 Raiders were a high-octane offense that scored 34 or more points in 5 of the 14 games. Only one game did they score less than 13 points, and they scored the second most points in the NFL. Dallas was first with a whopping 52 more points. Yeah, the 1971 Raiders were loaded at quarterback. Ken Stabler was happy that he got to play on opening day. All of the Raiders quarterbacks threw at least 3 passes in this game in a huge upset by the Patriots, led by rookie quarterback Jim Plunkett. Stabler was the starter in Week 5 and went 11 of 15 for 99 yards. But down 10-0 at halftime playing at home, head coach John Madden put in LaMonica, who threw 2 touchdowns on only 7 completions for 144 yards and a 34-10 win. LaMonica injured a finger on his throwing hand, so Blanda entered the game with the score tied 17-17. John Madden said that he was a hero to housewives who would say to their husbands, "Look at that old man Blanda play. Now why can't you go out and mow the yard?" Week 7, it was time for some more spark off the bench in the form of George Blanda. With 8 minutes 50 seconds remaining, he tossed a touchdown, then kicked an 8-yard field goal to end the scoring in a 20-20 tie. I've always thought that you should go for the win at home and a tie on the road. This game was played in Oakland, and the decision to not try for a touchdown really cost them at the end of the year. Heading into Week 11's tilt against the defending Super Bowl champion Baltimore Colts, the Raiders' record was 7 wins, 1 loss, and 2 ties. Moving George Blanda's replacements of Darryl LaMonica in this game and against Kansas City couldn't keep the Raiders from losing 3 straight games. Even though they beat Denver in Week 14, the Raiders' 8-4-2 record, the same as the year before, kept them out of the playoffs for the first time in the last 5 years. Please click the like button and share this video with another football fan. As always, thank you for watching.